I am fine.
Greetings and salutations, everyone.
I am
Welcome. Hey, there he is right there. There you go. Welcome, everyone. We got him on the mic, too.
You want to say hi?
Say hi. Hey.
All right. Go.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everyone. Greetings and salutations to This Is It podcast. This is the epitome of Black Dad energy right here. I am telling y'all, I'm your co-host. Yeah, man. Corey Roy, along my partner in crime, Hollywood. What's up, brother?
What's going on, man? Yo, well, you already saw how it is, yo. Because we're all Black dads, but I'm probably the only one. I'm the Black dad on this podcast that got the young ones. Like these cool. Honestly, we got a pretty good mix. We got me with the young ones, Corey with the teen. Is he a teen yet? Or no?
He is a teenager.
He just turned 13, right?
Yeah, turned 13. Yeah.
Just 13 and phenom with the grown folks. You know what I'm saying? So boom. Yeah. So
got a man, got a mountain.
Last night, Corey, I'm talking to you, Corey, because you're the most recent. Last night, Corey, Cam and Noah start arguing. I was half asleep, whatever. We was watching some TV downstairs. Jack is down. We all downstairs. I'm half asleep. She was like, yo, Cam just called Noah a bitch ass nigga. And his breath.
What?
I said, what? What?
Oh,
she was like,
man.
Yo. She was like, yo. He just said, called her. He was like, some bitch ass nigga.
Oh.
Like, she was like, he didn't want her to hear it. You know, she started, of course, she went, boom. It was like 1 to 100, quick. Wow! Like, I'm like, oh shit, he entering.
Oh, man.
I already knew he cussed every now and then. I done heard him cuss on the low, of course not to us, so when,
Yeah.
Right.
But he been, it is what it is. He's at this age now.
He said the
trifecta,
yo.
Yeah, I know, because that's what it was. He did. Bing, bing, bing. Oh.
Yeah, bitch ass nigga. Yeah.
I was like, yo. What? So this morning I talked with him. He was already about to start crying and shit. I was like, yo, calm your ass down. Yo, just don't say that. Don't say that in the house, yo. Like, I already know you don't probably say it wherever you don't say it. Just don't say it around here. But I was like, yo, it's crazy, man. Like, my heart ain't ready for all this shit. It ain't even them, yo. It's hurt. I mean, I didn't say it's hurt, but the wife, like, what the hell? Like, cause she going crazy. I'm like, yo, I was trying to think when I started cussing. It was probably about this age, like 3rd, 4th grade, 5th grade. Like, all that.
They do it.
Even if I ain't start cussing to the 5th grade right now, everything's accelerated. So it's just like, whatever you did in the 10th grade, guess what they doing in the 8th grade? Because all this the interwebs, like they know what it is. So I don't know, man. I was like, oh shit, it's the next level, the new level.
That's a rough one, man.
A black dad, Like when you go do, I beat one boss. It's a new level. I'm like, oh shit, new boss.
Oh man, well, Phenom, man, what's going on with you, man? What's up with you?
Lift my spirits, man. Lift my spirits.
Look, I could definitely sympathize with you. I've already been through all that. Even with my youngest, my 17-year-old, sometimes he don't try me like my 24-year-old, but he try me like in a smart way. So no, I mean I know they be cussing, Kids always cuss. I mean, when you grow up in DC, you heard every kid cuss.
Oh yeah,
everybody did. Some of the teachers cuss. It didn't matter. It was just part of life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, my kids, they like I say, hey, do y'all cuss? They be like, oh no, we don't cuss. I know them niggas kidding.
Oh yeah.
I know my son
we was cussing back in the day. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we was cussing back then.
It's funny,
he hasn't done it around me, but I'm like, I know he does because we did it. I did it at 13. What kid doesn't do that? So
exactly. I know. We meet Corey, so he's so respectful. He's like. I couldn't even just imagine him cussing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but you're right, yo. It is what it is. At this age, that's what they do. And I was like, yo, he might be a little young to be cussing, but at the same time, I'm like, yo, it probably accelerated. And he was probably just. I mean, I already know. Like his little brother, my youngest, like get on your nerves, yo. It be sometimes I want to be like, yo, chill the fuck out, nigga. Myself. So I already know him.
It's funny
he can't
though,
hold
man.
it. He can't hold it in.
Kids be like, my youngest, like he was so like, if anybody watched Modern Family, he was like Manny growing up. He was sensitive and, you know, he was passionate about like arts and all that stuff. And I seen this one meme that epitomized him growing up. They was like, this lady said, I should drop my son off in the hood because he knocked over a glass of juice and said, oh dear. That's exactly how my damn son acted, you know. Like, man, you gotta be like, he say like, shit, I knocked this over. Like, oh dear. That's how my son was, yo. But he's a little different now, yo. But it is what it is. But we raising kings, black dad energy all day. Jackie had to put that black mom
raising
energy
kings.
out.
Oh yeah, she gotta get out there, yo. I'm glad she said to get out there because I'm gonna be the dumbass to be like, yo, whatever, man. Roll with it.
But yo, let's get this episode started, man. Let's get this episode
how you doing,
started.
Corey? Look, we always got to ask Corey.
Oh, okay.
How you doing?
All right. Well, look,
Corey just always
good.
be like, yo, let's just get into it.
Let's get the episode started. Yeah, but look, I'm doing good, man. It's Saturday. Chilling, you know, son. Me and him was rapping a little bit. Not rapping, but you know, conversing a little bit. You know,
bring it back.
Because he's older now, so you know, it's just like it's pretty cool though. I mean, but you know, he's older, so talking more about adult stuff and just, but it was good though, you know. So he's upstairs now playing on the game with his folks, you know. So yeah. That's what he's doing right now. But it's cool though. My day is going good, man. My day is going good. It's Saturday. Let's do this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. So look, man, we're gonna get this show started. Thank you everybody for tuning in. For those that are coming back, thank you for riding on this train with us. And as always, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Please do that. It's free, y'all. And just to let you know, on today's show, if you don't know, we are talking about episode 6. If Killmonger is back, y'all. Killmonger is back. So what if Killmonger rescued Tony Stark? That's what this episode is about. We do have some people that chimed in with some comments, so we're going to get to them really quick to kind of kick off this episode. And let's go to the comments.
Actually, wait, like Michael B. Jordan, my fault. Michael B. Jordan saying Wakanda Forever.
All right, so yeah, Killmonger is back. This is a really good segue because there's a lot of folks reprising their roles in this episode. We got Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger. Chadwick Boseman is back as Black Panther. We got I can never say her name, but Okoye is back. Angela Bassett is in this episode. I didn't
know she did it. She did the Queen joint.
Yeah. She was the Queen. So it's dope. It's a lot of people. Yeah, a lot of people in this episode. So this is really good. So this, excuse me, we got another comment. Hold on.
I really liked this episode, but I have to say I was like it's been probably one of my least favorites so far, only because I feel like they could have done more with Killmonger instead of just making him a bad guy again. I was like waiting for them to do like not a redemption, but like I don't know. I wanted them to like subvert what he's always doing, which is like I don't know, trying to subvert the government. Like I wanted them to like put a twist on it, and I guess the whole like maybe he's a good guy, nope, he's a bad guy again was the twist, but I don't know. I wanted more. Like I just wanted more.
Hey, Rainy, 1987. I can feel you on that. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with that. We definitely want to get into this episode to talk about our thoughts on this episode about Killmonger. Ali, what were you want to say?
It's funny because in this episode, I watched the whole episode thinking Killmonger was the good guy, but I really.
Oh my God! All right, well, we'll get into that, man. So look, this episode starts off as it's very similar to the way that Iron Man starts off. Iron Man is in the car, you know, he's with the military and he's joking around, like, you know, taking selfies or whatever. It's very similar to the original Iron Man. And then all of a sudden the military squad gets ambushed. And then, you know, everybody's dying. A missile lands right near Tony. Tony is about to die. And all of a sudden Killmonger shows up, grabs the missile, slings this bad boy, and of course rescues Tony. Then Tony gets back to the States and says, we need to fight these guys with bigger and badder weapons to help our guys out fight these guys. So he wants to even do more weapons of destruction. And he names Killmonger the head of security. And then Killmonger gets up on the stage and then rats out Obadiah Stane and say, yeah, man, the only reason why I was there and I knew you were there was because I found out from some deep cover stuff that your boy right here, Obadiah Stane, was actually about to kill your ass. And that's why I was there in order to save you. But look, if you want to name me the head of security, I'm down. So I'm going to kind of stop right there. But the start of this episode with Killmonger showing up, rescuing Tony Stark's. Tony Stark's giving this guy a promotion in the whole episode with Tony wanting to give more weapons and then giving this promotion to Killmonger. Before we get to that, what was y'all overall thoughts of the episode? And then we'll go into y'all thoughts about this scene. So Ali, go first. What were your overall thoughts of this episode?
I mean, the overall thoughts of the episode was honestly, I was cheering for Killmonger. I mean, he did some shit that I didn't agree with. But, and just in general, I was like, yo, fuck it, yo, let's roll with it, yo. I had, and you know what I'm saying, definitely shout out Chad Boseman. But as far as like Black Panther itself, yo, I've seen enough Black Panther. I mean, even in the What If series, he's the golden boy. He's the golden boy, yo. He's the golden child, yo. Like, literally, like, no matter what he does, he's always going to be like, blah, 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 and everybody loves him. Really, I can't even do an African accent because I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. But either way, it don't matter, yo. He can just be like, eat this dog food. Dog food is like, blah, blah. And people are like, I love it. Oh, dog food for everybody. Like, fuck all that shit, yo. Like, we needed an episode where somebody was a bad guy. And honestly, he's a bad guy that I could root for. Like, I think a lot of people probably rooted for him, like, once they knew his backstory, once all that shit came into play. Like, he's a bad guy you can root for. And, yo, the way he did it, too, it was smooth, yo. This whole episode was smooth. So I was like, yeah, I fucks with it, yo. I fucks with it hard. So, Paul.
He was definitely charming to get his way through,
So just all the opening scenes as far as like, my bad, as far as him saving Tony Stark and all this. Yeah. I mean, once that happened, you already knew something was behind it. But my bad. Go ahead, Phenom. Jump in.
No, I mean,
what was your thoughts on the episode?
I enjoyed the episode. I mean, like, him saving Tony Stark, you know, that's the big what if. But I was kind of drawn back with, you know, Tony Stark was like, he saw his weapons being used and almost killed him. I thought he was going to have a man culpa himself. I thought he was going to be like, you know what, let me fall back. He's like, nah, we need to go bigger, bolder, kill the guys who tried to kill me. And I kind of knew something was up with Killmonger because he didn't fight back with him. He was instead like, I got this prototype, you know what I'm saying? We can get it popping. You know? We can have soldierless wars and all that stuff. That really intrigued Tony Stark. But, I mean, the way he set up everything, ratting out his dudes so he can gain Tony Stark's trust was huge. Yeah. Even though Pepper was like, I don't trust you. I'm not going to trust you. You seem too good to be true. Clean. You got a clean record. Nobody knows any infractions with you. It was just too good to be true in her eyes, yo. But Tony Stark was just like, yo, I got somebody I can talk to. You know what I mean? I got somebody who's on the same mind trajectory as me, so let's go ahead and get this working. But it's too good to be true.
You know, Phoenix, I'm going to piggyback off what you were saying because I'm going to give my overall thoughts. I really enjoyed the episode. I thought the episode was great. I initially thought that Killmonger was a super soldier when he just jacked that damn missile in the sky like that. I thought he was a super soldier. So I was like, okay, he's a good guy. That's what I thought. I was like, damn. But he wasn't. But, you know, I was like, okay, well, we'll go that route. And, of course, as the show progressed, you could slowly peel away. This guy had a motive all along, and it wasn't.
My bad. I'm just gonna say this, Corey. You know, you keep going after this. But as far as like, just because you got the serum, don't make you a super soldier serum. Don't make you a good guy, yo. Like, it's a lot. True. It's a lot. That's true. It's a lot of motherfuckers fucking around side chicks with the blue pill. Like, you pop that blue pill, that's a super soldier. Boom. Well, you're going in them sides. But my bad. I'm gonna bring it back around. That's like go.
Well, look, I thought he was a super soldier because of how he hiked that missile in the air. But you're right. It doesn't necessarily make you. Yeah, he did. It doesn't necessarily make you a good guy because we already saw what happened to John Carter. What's the dude from Falcon and Winter Soldier? It really doesn't change you. Yeah, Screech. Yeah. You know, so it doesn't change you at all, man. But to piggyback what Phenom said about once Tony Stark got to the States and he wanted to do bigger weapons, to go against their weapons so that they wouldn't be put in that same scenario, that was a big change, because in the original Iron Man, Tony doesn't do that. He wants to actually dismantle the whole program and shut it down and stop it. But the reason why Tony Stark is that way is because he gets captured, and he winds up gaining a heart while he's captured. And he starts to have sympathy for people that are there because that guy in the prison with him is telling them all this stuff, you know. So, and also we forget that guy sacrificed himself so Tony Stark could get out, and Tony Stark never forgot that. So because none of that stuff ever happened, that's why he doesn't have that same mentality that, yeah, we need to take these weapons away. He's like, yeah, man, they got big weapons. We're going to get bigger weapons, you know. And you're right. Killmonger definitely has something up his sleeve, because he wasn't trying to stop none of that, because he already had a plan in motion, and this was just on his way. But go ahead, Ali. I cut you off when you were going to talk about this opening scene. What else you want to say about this opening scene?
Oh, no, that's all. I had too much more to say. Yeah, it is what it is. He came out there, did his thing. I say Tony Stark, gave him the heads up, and boom, Tony Stark's in his pocket.
Yeah, I feel you on that. So then the next scene is when you have Killmonger at Tony's house. I think that's Tony's house. I'm not sure, but anyway, they're partying, and that's when him and Tony wind up going downstairs.
No, they was at the club first. They was at the club first. Yo, yeah, it was definitely a lot of hookers and blow that night. Yo, trust me, a lot of hookers and blow.
And that's probably why this idea wound up going off the ground, because we all know when you're drunk and high, anybody's idea is like, hell yeah, let's do it, because Killmonger takes advantage of that. He does. Yeah. He takes advantage of that and throws this thing out there like, yeah, man, I had this thesis at MIT that I was working on about some combat drones. Like, who the fuck throws that up in a conversation? But he did, and Tony Stark gets, amped about it, like, yo, you try to do that? Well, shoot, if it didn't work, I can make it work. Let's go ahead and do it together, and blah, blah, blah. So they start working on it, and eventually the drones are working, but they're not quite working. And Tony Stark says he realized that the drones need some juice. And Killmonger says, like, we need vibranium. And Tony Stark is like, well, where are we going to get that? And that's when he pulls out the necklace with his dad's ring on it, like, look, we can use this, blah, 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 blah. So that's what they use to kind of juice up and energize the drones to make them work. So what were y'all guys' thoughts about? I want to kind of stop right there, but what were your guys' overall thoughts about this whole situation with him trying to get cool with Tony?
I mean, he was cool with Tony. Honestly, like, my thoughts was just like that. I was just like, yo, I wonder how many hookers and blow they did that night, yo. Like, they was wild. He was in the club. He had his little, I guess he was a Navy SEAL. He had his little the white joint with all the buttons. All that shit was unbuttoned. Yeah. They was at the bar taking shots. You know what I mean? So it was good money right there. So, I mean, of course, Pepper was doing her like, I don't know. I mean, she did say the thing, which is probably true as far as, like, I ain't got $1 billion, so I don't know. But if anybody's trying to be your friend and you're a billionaire and they not asking for shit, they probably, like, that's suspect. Yeah. Even though, like, it don't matter if you got true intentions or not. It's probably just, like, you're just so used to, people asking or trying to get something out of you at that point. And the fact that, he was so quote unquote clean at that point. She was like, I don't know. Like, that's the weird part. Like, you know what I mean? Even if you were a good person, you probably be like, yo, I can get a foundation. Like, we don't start this group home. We don't do this. We don't start a little STEM shit in all the elementary schools in my area. I mean, you know what I mean? It's like, you don't have even though it's good intentions, you just got intentions. So I feel you. I mean, that's right, man. I mean, that's what she was used to, and she had that radar on him, like, yo, something's up with this dude. I don't find anything on him, and that's weird. So I feel you on that. But when she says, I can't even talk. Said that, I always thought, I was like, what, Pepper? What is your intentions, yo? Stark gave you a little dick, but come on, yo. Like, for real, you was trying to get paid. You're like, let me have this Stark, baby. Yeah. Hit you up for this.
She always had a thing. I mean, clearly you can tell she's always got a thing for Stark, but she ain't got the D yet, though. She don't get the D probably till after this.
Yeah, she was like, yo, in our universe. I'm about to get paid on this child support.
For real. Yo, Phenom, what were your thoughts about this whole situation?
Well, it had parts of what Ali always loves. He loves his montages, yo. They had a little montage in there, them working together, building shit, him doing his martial art moves, so it could be copied by the drone that they're
The
creating.
combat drone.
Yeah,
I
so
I did like that when he fell out. He's like, "Yo, it's not a failure unless it blows up," and it's just like, pew. I was like, "Oh, montage." That shit was fire. Go ahead.
But I mean, like
it was fire.
It felt like Tony Stark had a friend. He had a comrade. He had like somebody, a colleague that he could really, really build stuff with and see the future. So I mean, you felt his truck. I mean, his shield came down so fast.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
With Killmonger, but you know, he's charming, yo. We can do that to people sometime, yo.
And he's really using that to his benefit in all of this, and he's good with it. Like he's like, yo, I'm charming. I want to charm the fuck off these people to get where I gotta go, and you can slowly see it unraveling. Because I thought something might have been going on with Killmonger, but even then, when I was watching this at the time, I'm like, well, maybe he really does have good intentions. But I'm like, I don't know, yo. But we all know what happens eventually, and like shortly after he finally gets to where he got to go. So the next scene after this is when they know they need vibranium because it worked, but they need more vibranium. So they're like, yo, let's get the arms dealer, Ulysses Klaue, and let's do this a side deal with him. Of course, Pepper's like, yo, what the F are we doing? We don't do that stuff. We don't work with, arms dealers and blah, blah, blah. And Tony Stark's like, look, I don't care. We need this stuff. Send Rhodey out there. That's what he said. Send Rhodey out there and Killmonger to do the side deal with Ulysses Klaue. And then they go out, they meet Ulysses Klaue, they work on doing the side deal. My man Chadwick Boseman shows up, Black Panther, takes everybody out. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, and this is the time where when it started to get funky for me, because Rhodey at this time is like, yo, Killmonger, where you at? Something's happening, blah, blah, blah. Silence. And then Black Panther takes everybody out, and then all of a sudden Killmonger then shows up after Black Panther takes everybody out and uses this sound wave gun weapon or some sort of something and takes Black Panther down and Rhodey at the same time. And he kills Chadwick Boseman, which I was like, oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
He killed him. Then he takes the claw off of Black Panther's suit, walks up to Rhodey and stabs Rhodey in the heart and kills him. Now I was like, oh, shit, now we did this shit to really turn down. So basically after that, then, they wound up having a funeral for both of them. Tony then discovers that Killmonger was behind it the whole time because he had Jarvis running surveillance around that spot that they were at. And he found out that Killmonger actually killed Rhodey and Black Panther. So he tries to kill him with the robots that they created. And here come Tony doing the ditch plan, tells him, yeah, these robots got your moves and blah, blah, blah. And okay, so then Killmonger's like, well, I'll just freestyle.
Well, I gotta jump in here, man. Honestly, yo.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Killmonger was... It was cold, yo. Honestly, like once he killed Black Panther, when they did the joints, the funerals, they had like I can't even talk about
military burial.
The chicks. Yeah, they had the military burial, and then the joint for Black Panther, the Dora
Milaje,
whatever, yo. If that shit wasn't the most Tupac juice move you've seen in your life, when nigga killer to show up to the funeral and be like, yo, I'm sorry, like to the mama, like that. His and then it was like, yo, I'm sorry, like and then it was like, oh, yo, they did it. Like he had all this shit stuff planned out from the beginning, yo. That shit was fire.
Planned it, yo. Fire. Yeah. So were y'all go ahead, Phenom, but were y'all guys shocked when he killed Black Panther and Rhodey? But I'll let you go talk on this thing real quick.
I didn't see him kill Black Panther. It was just assumed. I didn't see how he killed him. You know what I mean?
I mean, he hit him with the gun. Hit him with the gun,
but he was still talking to him. They was talking.
Yeah, but what happened was, and you may have to watch it again, they don't like show him get killed, but when he stops using the sound wave and then he winds up getting Black up, then he actually shoots him with the gun. And that's when he goes down. But I don't lie, Phenom. I love you, man. You gotta assume once they have the funeral. Like once they
I assume. If
you got six people carry your casket, guess what, yo, you dead. You did.
No, I'm not saying that. I didn't see him. I know, but I knew he killed him after when they was having the funeral. But they didn't show him actually killing him. I didn't remember. I gotta go back and watch. But I did see him kill Rhodey. I did see Klaue was like hype as shit. Like, yo, we about to make some money. We about to do this shit. And you know, he was setting them up too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But no, right. Like Ollie, right, yo, was like Bishop and Juice, yo, like showing up at the funeral after you know you killed somebody playing the role.
Right.
It was crazy, cold-hearted, yo.
It was like Bishop and Juice because he had killed I was gonna say Radamez. That's not who he killed. He killed Raheem. Was that Raheem?
Raheem.
Yeah, Raheem. He killed Raheem. He showed up at the funeral, talking to his moms and everything. You know.
Yeah. So, honestly, yo. That's when I was like, yo, this is about to be a good. Honestly, that's when I was like, this is about to be a good episode. Once he was like, yo, they ain't find him out on that, I was like, word, Lo, I'm riding with Killmonger and all this shit. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Fuck it. I love Black Panther and all that, but fuck it, let's go. If we don't dive into this what if shit, like dive into the what if shit, like bad is
and
good,
I thought that was very interesting.
This and that. It's like, like really, let's do it.
That's what I thought that was very interesting. I really did like about this episode because it was showing you that in any different scenario, Killmonger to his core is just Killmonger. Like it don't matter what scenario you're gonna throw at him. His whole idea is the oppression that he got a vision on. Like this is how I'm going to take over because I was oppressed. I need power to take over my oppressors. Go ahead.
But that's what I'm saying. That idea is it bad? That's
no.
I mean, I try to put you in the spot, my brother. I try to put you in the spot, my brother. But I'm just in general, like, yo, he's
and they addressed that later on. Actually,
it's like the oppression. I'm fighting this oppression. Like, what it is
right.
But is it bad?
Listen, I'm not saying it's bad because they actually addressed this when he kills Rhodey because Rhodey is like, yo, what are you doing? And I can't remember what Rhodey says, but Rhodey said you gotta be a part of the system to change the system or something like that. He says, yeah. So it's not to say Rhodey's not trying to fight it too, but Rhodey's just doing it a different way. While Killmonger's like, nah, we're gonna do it this way, and I'm gonna take your ass down because of it. You know, so it's not to say there's nothing wrong with fighting oppression. It's just that Killmonger is beeline on how he wants to do it, and yo, if you collateral damage, you collateral damage. You know.
It's like Killmonger is Magneto and Rose was Professor X. Yo, like they fight the same cause with different methods.
Exactly, different methods. Exactly.
They do the Mark and Malcolm, but it's not. It's too complicated to go into all that. But even because I don't even think that. I mean, because that's what Stan Lee always said. Like, you know, X-Men. I mean, the X-Men, Xavier, your boy. What's the other name? Magneto. Malcolm Walker. Yeah. But it's not. Even though he says it's the same, it's not the same because he just don't understand. It's one day we can do that. That will be a good conversation. I always say it's not the same because you can't understand it unless you in it. But either way. It's definitely, I mean, it was wild, yo.
It was wild. It definitely was wild, man. And I was shocked, and I could see that this guy was going to do whatever it takes. It was a good episode. I was really invested now because I was like, yo, they took this on a whole nother level. Yeah, I thought it was dope. We got a comment from my man Bruce, man. So let's see what he got to say. Oh, you ready?
Go ahead. Play.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry I'm late. This episode was fire. You already knew Killmonger was going through some crazy ass shit, but the shit he did, the levels in which he did it, were badass. And the only thing I wish he would have said is when he met up with his uncle and auntie, say, "Hey, auntie." If he had said that shit, I'd on the cake.
Honestly. I didn't think about that. Yeah, you're right. If he would have hit her with a "Hey, auntie," like that would have been,
like you
that would have
did.
set it off. That was shout out to Bruce because I would have set it off.
That would have set it off, man. So they, like I was saying earlier, they have the funerals at this point for both of them. This is when Killmonger is smoothing over both sides. He playing both sides. Yo, dude's smooth, yo. So now the military thinks that Black Panther done killed Rhodey. So he now setting it up where he's telling the military that we got to go to Wakanda. We can use these drones, yada, 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 blah, 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 blah. And at the same time, he goes to Wakanda and smooth it over with them. But right before he gets to Wakanda, though, he hooks up with Klaue to figure out how to get to Wakanda.
We got to talk about the scene.
Yeah, this scene right here. And I knew it in my mind as a black man. I even felt something about that, and I was like,
everybody knew. Hey, that's what I said. You already knew the words that he said.
I knew it. Yep, I already knew it. So this is he gets Ulysses Klaue, and actually Ulysses Klaue shows Killmonger how to get to where it's at, how to actually get into Wakanda. Then here comes the line out of Killmonger gets up there like, yo, okay, Wakanda, I finally made it. So then Klaue's like, hey, boy, come on back to the car, man. We got to hurry up before this blah, blah, blah.
What's here with the hey, boy? And you should, like,
I knew it was a rap.
Like, yeah, me too. I was like, yo, what's he saying? Hey, he was like, hey, boy. I was like, yo, what? Boy?
Yeah. Boy.
You already knew it was over. It was over.
Yeah, it was over. He probably didn't even want to kill him, but he's like, fuck that now.
He knew he had to kill him, but that just made it incentivize him even more. Yo, just think, yo,
that's true.
A white person call you boy in the jungle, ain't nobody around, yo. That's the caution.
Yeah, it's going down.
That's not the time or place to call me a boy, yo, because I could put you with somebody and find you.
Yeah,
and you can see it, and I really appreciate Disney for doing that subtle squint, that subtle squint in his eyes. Like, I appreciate that because I felt that when he said that shit.
You're right, Corey. That's what it is. Because honestly, I would have said, not that you said something, but it's definitely gonna be like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, for y'all listening now. Watch the YouTube. This is it podcast. Fuck all that shit. Look it up. You see us. But either way, you don't see that look on his face like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nah, play.
Yeah. I knew it, yo. I was like, and I forgot. He was going to kill him anyway. I really did, because that was all part of his plan, or to get in good with the folks of Wakanda. But this just accelerated it. He didn't even. I knew he was out. Then I was like, yo, he about to kill his ass, yo. Yeah. Kill this guy, yo. Kill this guy. Yeah. But what were your thoughts about this scene, Phoenix?
No, I mean, yo, it was crazy because, you know, him driving to that and then, you know, calling him a boy and then killing him. I mean, you knew it was gonna happen. It had to happen. Mm-hmm. But like, you know, when he took him in there and they drew their spears on him, and it was like, yo, I brought you a present. Mm-hmm. And I know you're gonna break down that part. It's just, you know, all right. So the first comment
we can go into it. We can go right into it. Yeah, let's go right into it.
So you know, they bring Klaue. He brings Klaue in there, and they take him to the king and queen. And the king and queen, and everybody's kind of like, yo, do we trust him? I'm like, you know, we don't know him. He's a stranger. He's an outsider. And he shows him the Wakanda tattoo on his lip. And then, you know, say, I can't remember the brother's name from in Oakland. But that's one part I didn't understand. They didn't talk about the king's brother.
Yeah, the king's brother. I don't know his name either.
Yeah. It's whatever king's brother's name.
You deep diving.
Yeah, but I mean, it's relevant because
Google on that shit.
In the movie, he was sent there on a mission, ended up getting killed because he was working with Klaue himself. But in this one, he didn't get any mention.
Did Black Panther's dad kill him? Maybe.
Yeah, because he was working with Klaue.
In the original one, Black Panther's dad killed him. Yeah, because he was working with Klaue. And then, I'm just going to call him Forrest Whitaker. So Forrest Whitaker was, you know, undercover trying to figure that information out. And his dad was really upset at Forrest Whitaker for doing that. And he was about to kill Forrest Whitaker. And that's when his dad jumped in and killed him. So it was all, you know, Killmonger. And killed Killmonger's dad.
It's Killmonger's dad. In Joby.
Okay.
In Joby.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
that's why I was like,
So T'Chaka killed Njobi.
yeah. So they really didn't touch on how he ended up in Oakland, what was going on. It was just, and that's kind of. I guess you had to know Black Panther, watch Black Panther to know why he's there. Know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's
right because
it's an assumption, yo, dog. If you're watching a cartoon about what if some other shit happened, you already know what happened with Black Panther.
Yeah. But it's just like we talked about before, how they got to kind of shrink it down to like make everything fit in the episode. So you had to kind of assume, his dad always told him about Wakanda. He finally made it to Wakanda, but the ill will that he had towards Wakanda was not touched in this episode. But you had to kind of assume like that was the ill intent because they abandoned him and his dad died and they weren't using their weapons to fight the oppressors.
No, that is good.
Man.
Yeah, you're right. Because he never really even spoke up about it. But like I said, I think it's just more, they're just like, yo, if you watch this series and, made it to episode 6, you a Marvel fan.
Yeah. I mean, but you make a really good point.
But you're right. No, he is right, though. They never explained it. Like, you just showed this to somebody else. They'll be like, why is he so mad?
Yeah, it could have been a simple flashback, because like you guys had said before, which we talked about in the previous episode of the zombie episode, in a cartoon, it does have to be shrink down for the format. But in this particular situation, so we could understand his real underlining reasoning for wanting to go to Wakanda, they could have done 1 minute of a montage to just show him in Wakanda as a kid being killed, being left alone, him growing up in an orphanage, just 1 minute of clips leading up to him walking into the throne. In Oakland, I'm sorry, in an orphanage in Oakland. They could have showed clips of that, so that would have been good because when he's talking about this whole thing inside of Wakanda, they could have showed some clips to give, because that would have really
make sense.
Gave us some more meat. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point.
If you just, definitely. Like if you just outside of Washington, you're like, oh, why is he so mad? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
of course,
you guys know
they're assuming. Yeah, for especially somebody that has never watched Black Panther, but we've all, like, if you haven't watched Black Panther, you're one of millions of people that haven't. But there are people out there that haven't watched it, and there are people out there that have watched it that may have forgotten what happened. So
if I run across anybody who didn't watch Black Panther, I don't even talk to him, man.
But no, Corey said a great point there. Like, you forgot, because honestly, some of this shit, like all these, like more Doctor Strange and some of these other, like honestly, some of these shits, like when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh yeah, that did happen. Even with the very first episode, like the whole episode I was watching, I was like, oh yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's like reminding you of shit that happened. And unless you're a super fan, I ain't gonna say. Yeah, unless you're a super fan, fuck it, yo. If you're an average motherfucker like me just watching the movies, guess what? I haven't watched Captain America since fucking 8 years ago, whatever it is. And you watch it, I'm like, oh yeah. It's like you remember it, but you don't remember it.
Right.
It's like a refresher. So some of this shit, definitely, they need to, like, these phases, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, they're going into phase 4, yo. This shit has been a decades-long shit.
It has. Since 2008.
If you ever look back, my bad, I'm just going to go back. You can jump in. But I'm just saying, if you ever look at how when all this shit started, like this shit started, like so many years. I ain't even had kids when this shit started.
Yeah.
But go ahead, like, you know what I'm saying? This is some old shit.
Yeah,
no, I mean, and that's how they got the game on lock though, because they like truth be told, Marvel is the only company that has done it the right way the whole time. From Iron Man being the kickoff to doing Agent Carter to doing what's the other shit that came on ABC? So Agents of Shield. So they threw breadcrumbs in that, and I stopped watching.
Yeah, they did.
Shit. But
I can't say that worked because both of them shits got canceled quick.
I mean, but Agent of Carter was out 2 seasons.
All them shits is whack. Yo, my bad.
Agents of Shield stayed on for a minute though. Like
it was on for a long time.
Yeah,
Agents of Carter got Yeah, go ahead, Phoenix. I'm sorry.
No, Agent Carter wasn't that good though. I mean, she wasn't even a good character. But Marvel, I mean, like they can there's no stopping this. Everybody's still intrigued with Marvel, even after they they need to cut these movies down. Nah, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, Black Panther 2, another Thor movie coming out. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how the universe just keeps expanding and expanding. As long as they got all these until they write all these storylines out or produce all these storylines out the comic books, this can go on for another 10, 20 years, yo. And nobody
really
gets tired of it.
No,
who gets tired of
it really can.
It's not going until another 40, 50, we dead our kids. Like comic books don't die. Like they still, guess what? It's still comic books coming out today. Yeah. On all this shit. Yeah. Like this is never going to die, yo. It's never going to die. Because they can always
got it right,
look. Because somebody died, you can bring them back. It don't even matter. Like all this shit's don't go on forever. Like honestly,
it's going to go on forever. But what Phoenix is talking about, as far as Phoenix is talking about taking the source material from the comics and bringing it to the big screen the right way, correctly, where we are now all invested in the masses, not just people like me, but people like you and people like my wife and other people know about Iron Man and Tony Stark and characters like the Dora Milaje. Nobody know about the Dora Milaje, but people know about those names now because the MCU maps it out. They had mapped it out on the first Iron Man, not knowing where they were going to go, but they're like, let's just map this shit out just in case. And it worked because they had the steps. They knew they had to do Iron Man, then they had to do Captain America, then they did Thor, then they did the Avengers. They mapped this shit out, and they've already mapped out 2 or 3 years of this phase 4 because they know where they're going with this. But the cool thing about the what if that I like is that it allows them an ability to almost reset. If they have to, they could do a whole nother Marvel universe with the multiverse what if scenario. Like we could get Killmonger back. Like he died in one particular the Black Panther that we know, but we could get Killmonger back now because they set it up in this what if. Like we could go to another universe and have another Killmonger now. We could actually have this guy. He's still living. They could snatch him out of this, and now he's in our universe, Earth 616, going around being conniving and cool. But I love that, man. The Marvel machine is going to go on forever, yo, for real. Kevin Feige, I trust. The dude knows what he's doing, and I got to give it up to the Russo brothers because I think the job that they did with Captain America: Winter Soldier, Captain America: Civil War, Infinity War, and Endgame. Those are 4 phenomenal movies done by the Russo brothers. Them dudes did a phenomenal job. So shout out to them.
I definitely agree.
But yeah, so he kills Klaue, like we all said. We know he's gonna kill that dude, man. That fucking guy. He shows up with Klaue to the throne. Okay, so now he's at the throne, and this is the part we were talking about. Like they really should have probably given some more background in here. But anyway, he's doing whatever he got to do to kind of get in good with the Wakandans. And he does, but some of them aren't feeling them though, because that's when you see Sherry there. She's not really feeling them. And she's like, yo, we're going to trust an outsider like this, blah, blah, blah. But I think the dad just feels so much guilt because his son has died. He's really trying to reach out to another person to replace his son. And he really gives this guy a chance, and he don't know him from shit.
Nope.
He don't know him from Batman, but he gives him a chance. And that's when he tells them that the U.S. are coming with these drones. Let them come inside of Wakanda. They're like, yo, for real, we can't let them come inside here. It's like, yo, hold on tight. When they come inside Wakanda, then let's close the Wakandan gates off that we have, and it will cut off the signal so that they can't do the drones. Blah, 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 blah. All right. Battle time comes. Oh, and this is when I found out Angela Bassett is the general of the army. Looking good, yo. Looking
honestly, that's what I was gonna ask you. Was that in Black Panther? Because I don't remember none of that shit. But that was when I was like, honestly, I thought that shit was fire. I was like, he was like, well, let me ask the general and look to the side. I was like, okay, that's how we doing it. That's what word like.
I love that. His wife is the general of the army. That's some.
Oh yeah, and your boy Killmonger definitely played the strings though. He's like, yo, I want to avenge all that shit. You want to avenge like. This motherfucker killed your son. You ain't gonna ride on that show? Basically that's like some shit like some old bloods. Like you ain't gonna ride on that shit, homie. This nigga killed
He
your
was
cousin,
tugging.
nigga.
Mm-hmm.
This
Killed
nigga
your cousin, nigga. What you gonna do? That's when they do that. What you gonna do, nigga?
like boom. It's like, all right, we don't ride. He's like, we don't ride.
Right.
So all that shit was good.
Yeah.
It's definitely dope. You had anything
That's
you
why I
want
was
to say?
like the king of
No, I definitely like that. I mean, for them, I mean, I know why he trusted them. He trusted them because A, they brought him a claw. B, that's his nephew.
Right.
And C, he's giving them intel about what's about to go down. So,
right.
it's. I mean, you had to pick him. You had to pick him. You had to. You had to ride with him because he's about to save your life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So. And he does. So at this particular point, God, I just love the fact that Angela Bassett was the general. But if we look at the timeline that we had, and this is what I had to almost pull myself out of it for a second. I kept looking at this thinking I was looking at Black Panther. But the Black Panther that I watched happened way after the original Iron Man. So time has really passed by. That's why when we look at this one, Shuri is young. Shuri is probably like 13, 14 years old maybe. But by the time we get to the Shuri and Black Panther, by the time Killmonger actually gets to that in Black Panther, 7-8 years have passed by. So she's older by that time. So I really did like that. The fact that they were showing Shuri in the actual age that she would have been when the first Iron Man came out. I like that. I thought those little tidbits of information are very helpful. Anyway, we get to the battle. The Dora Milaje is there. Man, General Bassett is there, ready to kick niggas' asses. And the drones get shut off, just like he said. But Killmonger, the dude is slick, Dude is slick Willie. He got a button somewhere, turns the shits on, and next thing you know, they start fighting Wakandans again. And I'm like, this dude, I don't give a fuck, If Wakandans gotta die for me to get where I gotta go, then they gotta die. But this is all a part of his plan because he lets them start dying and lets them start getting fucked up. Then he jumps in to make it look like he's the savior of them winning this battle, and he flanks them and on the rhinos, and then he saves Okoye, which that's another thing. He saves Okoye, so that makes them look real good. And then, of course, at the end of the day, they beat the army. Angela Bassett yells out Wakanda forever. No, I'm sorry. Killmonger yells out Wakanda forever, and then Angela Bassett yells out T'Challa. I think that's what she says. And so we will stop right there because then after that, you might
You good?
But go ahead, Phenom. Oh, okay. But on this particular scene, man, what were you guys' thoughts on this scene? Real quick, you go first, Phenom.
I mean, I definitely like the battle scene. One thing I thought, though, I'm like, I guess they didn't get Killmonger's fighting skills, because they was dismantling them drones like shit. Like they won't do no flips, they won't do none of that stuff. But I mean, I liked it. I like the fact that they were winning. I like the shields when they had when they was attacking the drones with the shield force. That joke was crazy.
Yes, it was dope.
No, I thought it was a good fight scene. You know what I mean? It was necessary. I do like the fact that he did save Okoye, and she kind of appreciated that. And then celebratory, we defeated the U.S.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
yeah.
But that sneaky motherfucker, that sneaky motherfucker has some shit up his sleeve, yo.
Yeah, and then Thunderbolt Ross was mad as shit. That dude is always losing. I ain't seen him win a battle yet. The General Ross,
because he lost in Hulk too, right? He was in Hulk.
He lost in all the battles, yo. He don't win. He don't win anything. But somehow he become the Secretary of the State with a losing record. I don't know. But Ollie, did you have anything you want to say?
Nah, I'm good. Shout out to everybody who's watching the YouTube feed. Saw me looking at my Amazon delivery. I forgot my phone was up on the story. I was like, yo, it says something delivered. I'm like, hold up, let me check this. But either way, all that shit was fire, Like the whole battle, like him going in. Honestly, that was sneaky good. Because in my head, I already knew he was on flip on the U.S. too.
Yeah.
But I thought he was just gonna bring them in and be like, "Yo, boom, cut it off. Like I got this shit."
Mm-hmm.
That nigga had the motherfucking key fob. Shout out to key fobs. Boop. Like
Yeah.
some little shit. I locked my car door. Like some little shit. Like set my car alarm. He's like, oh.
Yeah.
And then once it was like, oh shit. And then once he went in the battle, even then, and at that point, ain't to lie, I was like, oh. I thought maybe he might just have them take over Wakanda or whatever.
Right.
But then when he rolled in on the shit, I was like, oh. He really playing it. He playing the long game for real. I was like, yeah, this thing Killmonger is smart. MIT for you, you know what I mean?
Yep.
So he was playing the long game.
He's very smart.
For real. So it went from that to boom. I'm gonna help y'all. He's saving people. Like once he started saving people, like you got to believe him. Then like at that point, like you're on the battlefield. You know what I mean? You about to die. Somebody's comes like this is my boy. So once he started saving people and all that. He had the golden ticket. Like he was it. Like boom, definitely about to make you Black Panther. You know what I mean?
And that's
it is what it is.
Right, man.
And that's when it all rolled into it.
It sure did. And that's when you realize that's what his objective was the whole time
was to be
the
that.
The whole time. That's what he was trying to get
take over Wakanda. Yeah.
Nah. Yeah, he was trying to be Black Panther because he know that's where it's at. That's where it's at. You Black Panther, you can rule the world. We got a couple of comments, so let's get to this real quick.
Hey, I just want to say nigger, faggot, and kike.
All right.
Hello?
Don't play
guys.
Stop.
Do you guys have Fortnite?
Nah, let's go ahead and stop that one too.
Let's stop that one too.
Fuck that pause to stop shit, yo. We about to go. I'm about to go find. I'm gonna find you, yo. I have a very slick skill.
Yeah. Partial stop.
Yo, come on, man. Yo, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, we ain't got time for that, yo. Come on, man. You know.
People really don't have that. People really don't have nothing to do with their life, man. But do that shit, like, come on, man.
That's crazy, right there.
That's why you doing that shit, cause you have no life. Like, yo, dude, go fuck a girl, yo. Like, fuck a boy, whatever you want to fuck something. You spend your time in life just calling people faggots, dykes, and kikes, and niggas. Like, really, that's your life. Like, I don't care how racist I am, yo. Like, I can hate every white person on earth, yo. Armando get on the app and be like talking shit. Well, I'm not. I'm not.
That's that keyboard gangsters, yo.
Like, why? Yo, like, go and do something with your life, man. Go fuck some girls, man. Yo. Enjoy yourself.
Go do that shit and go walk down Southeast Washington D.C. Say that shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh hell yeah. He wouldn't even make it 2 steps, yo. He wouldn't make it 2 steps. Nah, not even 2 steps.
We got some insurrectionists in our town. This today. They stand where they at. They ain't venturing nowhere outside of the Capitol, yo. Outside of the Capitol grounds, yo. Yeah,
they know. They know.
Yeah, they know.
Yo, Stereo, y'all need to start transcribing everybody, yo. Fuck that. Yo, blame that. Stereos, transcribe all them shits, yo. They just transcribe some of them for some reason. But go ahead.
Yeah, for some reason,
they do. I know, that's crazy. They do some, and they don't do all of them. They need to transcribe them shits, man, for real. That's what's up, Stereo. Make that an update. Get that shit right. Make sure them transcribes is showing up on all of them joints. You know what I mean? We don't need this shit.
Oh, but anyway, but you could definitely see who did it because you go to play, you can see the name and all that shit.
You can see. Yeah. He definitely getting a hit up on.
It don't matter because
as far as
I work in IT. I'm about to throw that shit to somebody and let me see somebody. I'm about to be calling him 3 a.m. Fuck you, nigga.
For real, yo.
Yeah, he don't
like
know.
Every hour after midnight.
He don't even know it, yo. Fuck you,
but yo, man, that's old news, yo.
Yeah,
Fuck that dude.
Let's go.
Let's move on. All right, so look, basically we start to really understand that this is Killmonger's objective the whole time because T'Chaka, after that battle, you know, Killmonger's looking out at the sunset like he did at the end of Black Panther, but he's not, you know, stabbed this time. He's really just enjoying it. And that's when yeah, he really is, because he knows what's about to happen. So his dad, T'Chaka, Black Panther's dad, comes up and tells him basically, you know what? I appreciate everything you did, blah, blah, blah. He say all that other mushy stuff. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to give you the mantle of Black Panther. I was like, oh, shit. That's what he was trying to do the whole time. Because as soon as he says that, you see this smirk on Killmonger's face, like, yeah, I finally got what I was trying to go. Yeah, I got you, yo. So, of course, he takes the heart-shaped herb and goes to the plane, and then he sees Chadwick Boseman, which I don't know if he thought he was going to see Chadwick Boseman, but he definitely was surprised to see him. And, you know, they have a conversation back and forth. He's like, yo, cousin, was it worth it? And it's kind of like the same conversation they had at the very end of Black Panther. Like, the way you do things and the way I do things are different. And don't think that because of the way you do things, and Chadwick Boseman is talking to Michael B. Jordan, that it's not going to catch up with you. And he says, whether in this plane or in our plane, the shit going to come back on you. So, and that's kind of where the shit ends. And I was like, oh, snap. You know, like, it looked, the way this ends, it ends that this is going to be a part 2. I don't think this is the end of it. It ends like it's going to be a part 2, but
this was the end though. You had,
oh, I'm sorry. This is not the end. I'm sorry. We got a post-credit scene. Okay, so let's go to the post-credit scene.
That was a post-credit.
Yeah, Shuri.
You know,
I'm sorry. It wasn't post-credit. It wasn't post-credit. I'm sorry. No, it wasn't post-credit.
So I don't know if it's post-credit.
So right after that, my bad, fellas. My bad.
Yeah.
Right after that, then you see Pepper Potts walk into Tony Stark's office, and there's somebody there. Turns around, and it's Shuri, and she's like, "Damn, how'd you get in here?" She's like, "Look, I'm smart. I got ways. Don't worry about it." But she hands her something on the table, and Pepper Potts looks down and is like, "Oh, snap. I knew he killed Tony." And she was like, you know, basically like, "Yeah, you and I got a common enemy." And then they're like, "Well, what are we going to do?" And that's when it ends. And I'm like, oh, mind blown now. Like, that's what I thought. This is definitely going to be a part 2. Because how's that going to end? How's that going to turn out? You know, is because Shuri's smart. Is she going to go downstairs and create her own Iron Man suit? Shuri. Is she going to go downstairs and create her own Iron Man suit, you know, and be the female version of Iron Man? I don't know. She could. She very well could do that and be Ironheart. But anyway, let you. I'm going to you guys, man. Ollie, first, give me your thoughts of the wrap up of this season, that ending with him now being Black Panther, and then Shuri and Pepper Potts planning to figure out what they're going to do next.
I thought Killmonger was the motherfucking maestro and all this shit. He controlled the whole episode. It was a good episode that I enjoyed. I enjoyed cheering for Killmonger, even after he killed Black Panther. Fuck it, I don't care. Yo, I was like, yo, let's roll with it. You about to do this, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? So with that, and then even at the end, I was like, with the Shuri and Pepper getting up, I don't know how I feel about that. We'll see how they go from there. I definitely like that Shuri, you know, she was the only one picking up on this shit, and you know, she's a genius herself, so it is what it is. But I mean, the episode was fire, yo. Honestly, not about the action. This was an episode of like plotting, planning, strategic. I can talk strategic. There you go, strategizing. Thank you, Phenom. Come save me. Yeah, you got work. This thing got a word of the day. He got a word of the day calendar, so he can always help me out when I fuck up. I got the mumble.
He about to hit us with one before we leave.
I'm sure he's going to be like, yo, the palpability of the such and such.
He's going to be like, Killmonger was advantageous. He's going to say something.
Nah, but it was fire, yo. I enjoyed the episode.
That's what's up. Phenom, man, what about you with this last part with him becoming Black Panther and Shuri and Pepper Potts?
I mean, yeah, him coming to Black Panther was just the next step. But Black Panther told him, man, he's like, yo, you think you ain't going to be safe here on our plane or on that other plane? So I don't think it's going to be a sequel to it. I just think it's inferred like they about to blow his spot. You know what I'm saying? They about to let the world know he killed Tony Stark. He gonna let Wakanda know he killed Black Panther. So he got nowhere to hide, yo. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just inferred. So we gonna know what it is. It was a dope ass episode, man. I mean, like, but that's with the what if. What if you never see what happens totally at the end?
Yeah.
It's like it leaves a cliff. Every episode's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, man, I love this episode. I thought it was a great episode. It took me on a ride. It had the ebbs and flows, but the perfect, well, I don't even want to say ebbs and flows. It took me on a roller coaster ride where it had the highs, but the lows, but they were lows in a good way where it was just letting it ride onto the next high. And I was shocked a lot through this episode, but I really enjoyed seeing Killmonger in this episode, getting more of his story, how conniving but charismatic he is. The dude's on a mission and he knows how to get that shit done. The dude is smart. So not only is he a soldier, but he's smart, yo, and that's what makes him so lethal and
but you know what, Corey? On
Yeah.
that soldier tip, I can't forget, yo, he marked himself up when he killed Tony Stark. He cut himself up with another kill, yo.
He did. And if you
I just like I will say during that fight when all this shit was happening, I was like, yo, motherfucker, I would just shoot Tony Stark. Like when you're shooting at the robot in my head, I was like, yo, just shoot this motherfucker. I would just shot, bow, like fuck you, man. Like if anything, because I don't even know if I'm gonna win versus the robot. If I don't know if I'm gonna win versus the robot, guess you know who's gonna die with me? This motherfucking dude right here. Pow! I would have put one in his head early, but he got.
Well, I know you guys may not.
It all worked out.
Yeah. It did, man, and I don't know if you guys may have realized it, but he didn't have as many marks on his body as he did when he took his shirt off in the Black Panther movie. So, but the reason why is because he hasn't. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people.
Male bodies.
Nah, I just realized that it's just on his chest, mostly in his arms.
Yeah. It's just on his chest.
I just noticed that because in my mind, I'm like, oh, he ain't. Look, man, it's just something I noticed, man. But I ain't looking at the cartoon muscles and like, ooh, he got nice cartoon shoulders. You know, I ain't doing that. You know, I mean, just something I noticed about the markings on him. You know, he ain't had as many because he hasn't killed as many folks yet. But he did put that mark on him, like Phoenix said, when he killed Tony Stark. Do y'all think? And we've talked about this before. With them making this What If episode, like primarily about Killmonger, do you think they're setting up to actually bring Killmonger back into the forefront of the MCU because so many people really liked his character in Black Panther?
I mean, they never buried him in Black Panther. I mean, you just assumed he was dead, but they ain't had no ceremony. They ain't throw him off a cliff. He just killed over on top of the cliff. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean,
yeah,
I think he's going to come back. I mean, I think he's a good character. One of the best villains in the Marvel universe. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Yeah.
And Michael B. Jordan, yo, I mean, he killed that shit, yo. And like Bruce said, when he said the "Hey Auntie" line, I don't know how many times after that we heard that shit.
Hey Auntie.
Yeah.
Had memes
hey,
and all
Auntie.
that shit.
Yeah, that's for real. What about you, Ali? You think they're gonna bring Michael B. Jordan back?
I think they'll bring him back, but it's gonna be so far down the line. I mean, you know, they already got movies lined up through 23, 24. Like, you don't bring him back. It's kind of be like, how the fuck he came back alive? But it's just gonna be like, it don't even matter because it'll be so far down the line. Yo, Black Panther came out so many years ago to now. Like, honestly, like Black Panther has been out for years now.
2018, I believe it came out.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
4 years ago.
So you add another 4 years on it, it's gonna be 8 years that they could just wrap it up. Like honestly, the way Black Panther ended with Killmonger, not that the ending was corny, but like it was understood he died. You know, like come on, man, he stabbed up, whatever.
Right. For
him to come back off of that, I think it's corny. But being that, but by the time the movie comes out, it's gonna be 8 years from now. Ain't nobody gonna give a fuck. They're just gonna be like, yo, I just want to see some Black Panther Killmonger. So, I think they will bring it back. I think it will be successful, and I think I will watch it immediately.
But we don't know because Black Panther come out in what 2023.
Yes, 2023. I want to say, yeah, or it might be 2022, but I want to say I think it's 2023.
It is? 23?
Yeah,
5 years? So people, I mean, we got short memories. We're in the Twitter world now, yo. You get canceled today and sell 1 million records tomorrow, yo. All that shit don't matter.
They're already in production making it right now, Wakanda Forever. So it's just a matter of time with the pandemic, how fast can they wrap it up? You know, like that may delay the movie coming out, but it was scheduled to come out in 2022, but it might be pushed to 2023 now. So we'll see.
So,
but other than that, man,
no my bad. There's no leaks in it. I know we don't get stuff. Like leaks, like they can't hide that shit, yo. Nobody can hide anything. It's the world of the interweb
nowadays. Yeah.
So I have no leaks of him in it.
Nope.
He probably
No
ain't
leaks.
in it.
Well, Marvel,
leaks.
Marvel, if you leak anything,
Yeah, you out.
they got like a whole bunch of.
But you say that, but everything's been leaked. You say that, but
not
everything.
Marvel.
Not Marvel.
Not
the
Marvel.
only
One
reason
thing
why
that hasn't been leaked. Hold on. One thing that came out in the movie you didn't know was gonna be there before.
There's a lot of shit. I can't name it off the
Like
top,
what?
but because they leak what they
you
want to
said
leak.
hold on, you can't say it's a lot, and I can't name off top. No.
But the thing about it is, what's been leaked? What's been leaked?
What's been leaked?
Everything.
Nothing's been leaked. Not unless it's what was supposed to be leaked. I haven't seen anything on TMZ with nobody showing pictures at a Marvel set or this person. That shit don't happen in the Marvel universe. Like literally,
You say it don't.
It don't.
Name me a movie. Name me a movie.
All right. Let's say Black Panther.
Black Panther.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing leaked. Because Marvel
nothing leaked on Black Panther.
It's crazy how they don't.
You know, I can't. This ain't good pie because I can't do it right now. But we will come back to this. No, we don't come back to this.
Ali,
I'm gonna say all the leaks before the movie.
But you're saying
the movie came out. It's all gonna be articles before the release date of the movie.
But it's all that speculation, though.
That's speculation, but no actual leaks, though. And none of this shit come to fruition. I mean, they don't.
Because they said, like your boy said, no, it's a Photoshop. Like with the Spider-Man shit. He's like, no, it's a Photoshop. It's not a leak. No, so now that's not a leak.
Maybe that's the thing. Tell us of a leak that you're talking about, but you're not giving us one. Like, what are you talking about?
Because every single Marvel movie in the world has been leaked. I know if I want
give me one. What are you talking about?
Everyone.
What's the most recent
That's
one?
what I'm saying. I'm about to just pull up Black Panther. You know, like every Marvel.
I'm with Phoenix, yo. I've never heard of anything being leaked. I know speculations and trailers.
I don't go look for leaks because I really don't like. I'm not deep into this world. But at the same time, just me being around this world, I see leaks.
Now, I will say this, there have been a lot of speculation on Spider-Man Far From Home. There's been tons of stuff on Spider-Man Far From Home, but you must understand, Spider-Man Far From Home is not a Marvel movie. It's owned by Sony.
Nah, Marvel is doing this movie, so don't do that, bro. Sony is in name only. Sony, it's in name. No, it's in name only.
It's a Marvel Studios movie, but it is owned by Sony.
Yes, but it's
Sony owns. Look, that's what I'm telling you. The only movie out of all the movies, Ali, I'm making a point that's actually pretty valid. The only movie out of all the movies that has the most information about leaks is the one that they're collaborating with for Sony because they have to own. Sony is the owner of that. So just because Marvel is the ones on film set making the movie does not mean that they're in control of everything because Sony still is in control because they own Spider-Man.
Already.
But if you're looking at
Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, full plot leak. They got a whole mega thread on Reddit right now from August a month ago. They got the whole plot on the joint. Name another.
Okay,
I'm just going to go through the most recent shits.
Because the movie came out a month ago overseas.
No, but before the movie came out. See, now you don't move. I'm telling you, it's before the movie. All these shits leaked out, yo. It all leaks because it's people.
The only way we can say that that's a leak. The only way we can say that that's a leak is if we've watched Shang-Chi. Have you watched Shang-Chi?
No, but I know. I
haven't either. Have you watched Shang-Chi, Phoenix?
But the fact that shit got like...
We don't know. We don't know if it's leaked.
She got like 10,000 comments. I believe it's a leak. Yes.
Dude, anybody can put some shit out that leak, and that really ain't the shit. I'm not saying it's not, but until we actually look at Shang-Chi, we don't know.
I'm gonna go watch it.
Pick something else on this Shang-Chi though.
I mean,
I never known of a leak.
Y'all got me picking movies from 10 years ago, like 5 years ago, finding leaks. Dog, every movie, my whole time on the internet now is like me not trying to see spoilers because motherfuckers know. Like, this shit is out there,
Well,
yo. It's
I
the
definitely
internet.
don't like watching trailers. I will say that. I don't like watching trailers. And people would do a lot of speculations based off things they see in trailers and will come up with some really good theories. I'm not going to lie.
And that's the
They
thing.
do.
I think that's the difference between the leaks.
Has the Eternals came out yet?
Right.
Nah.
That's the difference.
Because
Has
there's
the
a lot of
Eternals
people.
came out?
Nah,
Hold on. Have the Eternals came out yet? Can you want me to start spoiling it for you? Because I got a shit right here. I could spoil
But see,
the whole
that's not a
Eternals.
spoil. But see, that's people theorizing. People can do that. They can look at those trailers and really do some deep dives and come up with some really solid theories. That's not a leak. That's not a leak. And they'll put it out there that it's a leak for clickbait, but it's really not a leak. It's just a theory. It's fan theories.
If I read these off and they were all right, what's that mean?
If they're all right, then it's considered a leak. But we ain't seen Eternals yet, so we can't say.
So you want me to spoil the Eternals for you?
No, I don't want you to spoil it. But that's the thing. You provided us 2 movies that haven't come that we ain't seen yet. Like, give me something.
But that's what I'm saying. But you said Marvel can't leak it. Ain't no leaks in Marvel,
Dude,
so I can't spoil. I can't look. You can't tell me that Marvel.
What am I doing, yo? So me and Phoenix are on the same page here.
Well, y'all can, but this is what I'm gonna tell you. You can't tell me a movie can't be spoiled,
right?
And I say, all right, well, let me spoil it for you. You'd be like, I don't know, because I ain't seen it.
But I'm not saying that.
If it can't be spoiled, it can't be spoiled.
Marvel has
no matter what I read off, it's not what it is, because it can't be spoiled.
Marvel has a strict NDA clause with all their
and like go on to YouTube. Everything on Marvel is already out.
No, what I'm saying is this though. Like with the actors, like Marvel will say, "Hey, strike one" to these actors, even if you say like a minute thing. Like they will kick you off. They will change the script.
I tell you right now.
That's very true.
Eternals ain't out.
They have got on Mark Ruffalo.
This is doing on Reddit right now. 6 months ago at Reddit, they got a whole Eternals uncut plot leak right now on Reddit. And we can read through it, and it might be wrong, but it might be right. And we can read through it, and you can tell me, no, it didn't leak. But nah, these motherfuckers is right here online right now.
But all right, but I would say this too. You gotta look at it this way too. Like Corey said, a lot of people like way nerdier than us, way nerdier than Corey, who do this shit all the time. And they come up with theories all the time, and sometimes they be right. That don't make it a leak. Right. When I think leak, I'm thinking about somebody from the studio done sold the script or told somebody. There's a lot of fan sites. Like I just pulled up one, and they says like shared on Reddit. Everything is shared on Reddit. Some shit pan out, some shit don't. I don't consider that a leak. A leak to me is somebody from the studio or somebody leaked it to their friend who put it out there, and that's how the shit got out there.
Like you're actually seeing a script or some footage. You're seeing something
pictures from the studio. Pictures from the studio.
Pictures. Scenes. That's a leak.
I think anything more than 5 people is always gonna leak, and y'all acting like this where thousands of people have seen this shit and have access to this and not putting it online when they already know the appetite for this is not going to get online. Y'all can be like, well, no, they're just theorists.
I'm not saying leaks don't happen. Marvel.
Yes. Marvel's the most popular shit. It's hundreds of people that see this shit before it hits the theater.
I think what it is, Al, is what you're trying to say that leaks happen. Nobody is denying that leaks don't happen.
No, I think every Marvel movie leaks. I think every Marvel movie leaks.
But you've given us 2 movies that we can't prove if they're leaks because we ain't seen them yet.
And I said, give me a movie you've seen, and I will go back and I'll find.
I said Black Panther.
And I said, all right, I can't do it right this second. But what I will do is find all the joints before Black Panther premiered, all the articles and all the shits, the Reddit posts before Black Panther premiered.
But see, that's not a leak,
and I will show you.
And that's where we differ, because I agree with Phoenix. People that post things on Reddit, they are theorizing to the core, and they'll hit the dart and they'll hit the square on the board. But that's a theory. That's not a leak.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
The shit happened in the movie that didn't happen in the comic? I don't know, because I don't know.
Yes,
sometimes.
tons of time.
So if I find something that happened in the movie beforehand that didn't happen in the comic, you can't say they theorized it off the comic because all they know is the comic. So some shit happened in the movie that didn't happen in the comic. They had a leak.
Mhm.
All right,
Yeah.
there we go.
But I
Done.
say
There
that
you
I
go.
haven't
That's
seen-
it. That's it. That's all I need.
But I haven't
There it
seen
is.
any. I haven't seen any. All right, so there's
But
categories.
you don't
of leaks,
look.
too.
You don't look for it. I don't
No, but
look for it. Corey don't.
but-
Trust me, but it's all out there. Just because you don't look
but-
for it, don't mean it's not out there.
No, but the thing about it is, when it comes to leaks and shit, like if it's that major of a leak, everybody's gonna know. That's what I'm talking
Everybody's gonna
about.
know about
There are leaks. I'm not saying everybody. There's thousands of people on set. I'm pretty sure somebody done told somebody, and that shit got out. There has
you
been
watch-
not.
You watch Marvel comics leaks on YouTube? Do you watch that shit? Do you look that shit up?
I don't watch it because I don't want to
See,
watch
so
it. I'm
you
not
don't
saying
need
I don't
it.
wanna
That's
watch
the whole
it.
thing. Exactly.
But see, I don't even like looking at theories. But see, Ali, I'm into comic book stuff too. And when I go to sites, and you'll have some Marvel fans or comic book fans that will theorize the hell out of every trailer, every shot, every word that somebody's saying at a press conference, and they'll theorize everything. But I don't want to know their theories because I know that there are going to be some shits that are going to stick on the board. I don't want to know anything going to the movie theater. Nothing at all. I want to be in complete surprise of what is coming to me. So
Well,
that's
let
the
me
thing.
piggyback off of Ali real quick. Though.
But no,
I
I'm
understand
gonna
what Ali
piggyback.
means,
No,
though.
honestly, we could just end this here because honestly, I'm not gonna do this research because I don't give a fuck about Marvel.
No, but it's not even
as
that.
far as you know. And guess what? Y'all right, and I will never tell y'all a secret.
But go ahead with your last. Go ahead with your comment.
Y'all believe
I'm not saying it like that.
y'all believe 1,000 people keep a secret?
No, I'm not
will
saying
never
that's
tell
not
you
what
a
I'm saying
secret.
either.
Nobody's saying that.
Because there's leaks. I'm telling you, if the leak, I mean, there's been movies when leaks come out, and they gotta change the whole script, or it makes mainstream, like it's everywhere, whether it's on YouTube, MSN, something like that, entertainment, all that shit come out. But like you said, there's a lot of people out here like us who don't read the shit. But if it's major enough, it'll make mainstream. And I'm not saying you can't. I'm pretty sure I can go out there and find out what's going to happen in the next Marvel movies. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm not saying they might not be right. What I'm saying is, what your definition of a leak is, unless it's like I see a picture of like Michael B. Williams on the set of Black Panther 2, and nobody's supposed to know. That's a leak to me. You know what I'm saying?
A leak to me.
Or if I see the whole script online, or somebody summarizes, this is the plot, this what happens, this person dies in it. Like Endgame was the biggest Marvel movie to hit the movie theater.
Yep.
People were theorizing all day about that.
Yeah,
And
people
some
were
people
theorizing
responded
Cap
right.
going to die, Iron Man going to die, this person going to die. Some were right, but you got to
I
admit,
have-
we were all shocked
have-
when Iron Man finally got the glove and clicked it and snapped and died. We didn't know that was going to happen.
Nobody,
But there were
I mean,
people that theorized it.
Honestly,
Nobody knew.
I wasn't in enough to even go look for that shit, so I don't know. So that's
But
what
what
I'm
we're saying
I don't
is
know.
that if you
But
went
I'm
looking
saying,
for it, you're going to get people
I
that were
did
going to
go look for
theorize
it-
that he was going to die. But theorizing he's going to die does not make it a leak. A leak is if somebody said he grabbed the gauntlet and snapped the fingers. To me, that's a leak. That's a specific thing in the movie that really lets you know, like, okay, they found out some shit, you know.
When does Eternals come out? I'm about to, because I never looked for any of that
November.
shit.
It's November of this year.
So I'm not going to look for Eternal leaks.
Yeah, you can send it to
But
me. I don't give a fuck about Eternals.
Honestly,
So
no.
I don't care about Eternals either that much.
No, motherfuckers better not watch our podcast.
But I don't want to know.
Y'all say it ain't true. I'm about to put it out there and be like, it's true. Because honestly, it don't matter because it ain't true. And because I never looked at any of them old shits. Because honestly, we all know I'm not a comic book head, whatever. I just watch some of the movies, whatever. And I definitely wasn't going to go online and Reddit to watch that shit. I'm going to go online on Reddit and read about the Detroit Pistons, yo. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go online and read about the Eagles. Like, fuck comics books. But either way, we're here now. And so I will find an Eternals quote-unquote leak. I'm just going to pick one. So that way you could be like, it's different theories, this and that. I'm not going to pick one. And if this is the movie, it is what it is. Because my luck isn't that good where I can pick the one theory that worked.
No, and I'm not saying that. I mean, like, because I like, trust me.
No. It is what it is.
No, I'm with you 100%. Shit does leak. And I'll even take a step back. Marvel does a good job of making sure the leak doesn't get to the mainstream. On these Reddit boards and like all these bloggers and all that shit, sometimes they can send a cease and desist or have people remove it. But for real, like 85-95% of Marvel shit really don't hit the mainstream.
It don't mean the mainstream because it was like when I was watching these movies before. Like I didn't give a fuck enough. I like to see buildings blow up. I like to see Hulk smash. I'm not looking for it. I mean, that's what I'm saying is, if I want to look for a leak, I'm gonna see if I can find the one leak. And if my lucky guess is this the one leak that turns out true, y'all got to roll it all back. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Well, anyway, man, we are going to end this episode. Woo. All right. So before we end this episode, really quick, everybody, where do you rate this episode out of 10? I'm going to give this episode a 9 for me. Ollie, what do you rate this episode?
Yeah, I get it like an 8.5, 9. It was definitely fire. Like the whole thing, like I said, I was cheering for Killmonger the whole time, yo. Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie, yo. It is what it is, yo. I want him to take over, do this. I know he's gonna be Black Panther, but I was like, yo, let's take over. Let's
That's why I want to see a part 2.
Let's go against that.
That's why I want to see a part 2.
And the fact if Siri and them shut it down, I don't like Siri and Pepper no more. But it is. Fuck it. As long as he's the one that gets the establishment with a good reason, I'm good. I'm fucking with Killmonger right now.
All right, man. Phenom, what do you rate this episode out of 10?
I'll give it an 8, a solid 8, man. I thought it was really good. So, Ollie, you're gonna hate Shuri and Pepper because that's what they about to stop him. But that's the thing.
White savior.
Dang, it is. But also, he was killing Wakandans, so it won't like
he was
the establishment. I guess Wakanda's part of the establishment too.
It's not that. I'm just like, if Pepper come in and say today like on some white savior shit, I'm gonna really be pissed. But go ahead.
But
it'll be Shuri too.
Yeah, Shuri, she's the one because Pepper would have never known nothing if it weren't for black women. Black women know everything, yo.
Right. I think this is going to be driven mostly by Shuri. But Pepper is going to provide. Well, she really doesn't have to provide anything to Shuri because Shuri already has.
She already got
what
it.
she needs. She already got it. Yeah,
she got more money, She got more money, more tech, and more brains.
Yeah,
so
she got
if
more
it comes
everything.
down to if Pepper figures all this shit out.
But the reason why she's telling Pepper is so that Pepper can let the United States know, because she knows that Shuri knows she can't go to anybody in the United States and say, "Hey, we didn't kill Rhodey. Your boy Killmonger did," and they ain't gonna believe her. But Pepper has more credibility over there to at least be the voice for her to go over there and like, this is what I found. So that's the only reason why she went to Pepper is so that she could let the United States know that your boy Killmonger.
I feel you on that, but again, I'm just saying, Shuri has more money.
She do
more tech,
more resources, vibranium,
more resources.
And,
hell yeah,
and she's smarter than Pepper. So Pepper says today. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you on that.
I ain't just say nothing else. That's all I'm saying.
Well, anyway, man. Hey, we're going to end this episode right here. I gave it a 9. Ali gives it an 8. Phoenix gives it an 8. I want to thank everyone for listening to this episode. Get more people to join the ride with us. Go ahead, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. Definitely leave a comment. Did you enjoy this episode with Killmonger? Do you want to see a part 2? Were you sad to see Killmonger, take over? Or were you sad to see, or were you happy to see him take over? Hey, let us know your thoughts. I thought this was a great episode. Where did it fall in your realm? Hey, let us know in the comments below. This will definitely help us go up in the rankings so that people can find us. I'm Corey Roy. You can always find me at all over the interwebs at Corey Roy _ Ollie, what do you got to tell them?
You know what that is. Like Corey said, thank you for everybody for listening. Appreciate it. You can find us at this _is_it. I can't even talk. _podcast. Just put a lot of underscores in there. Type in This Is It Podcast. You'll find us, yo. We on our way up. We all the way up. like my boy Fat Joe did. So no, just find us out there. And if you think I'm talking that bullshit, because I might be talking some bullshit, yo. Just tell me I'm talking some bullshit. Come up there and tell me I'm talking some bullshit so we can get it on. That's what's up. At least a comment.
That's it, man. And Phenom, man, what do you got to tell him, my brother?
Yo, Phenom 202 on all social media platforms, yo. Yo, man, they only got, 2 more episodes of this left?
I think so, either 2 or 3. I think it's supposed to be 9 episodes.
9. It's 9.
9.
So what was
9.
it, 6?
So we got 3.
We got 3.
3.
So, I mean, we got, I hope we got a couple of, I don't think all these things will get wrapped up in a ribbon. I think it's going to be all cliffhangers.
It's all cliffhangers.
Yeah.
I think so,
I mean,
too.
I'm enjoying the ride so far, man. I'm looking forward to, ending it, to be honest with you. So, I mean, like, how many more what ifs?
I'm gonna let this
right.
I ain't want Corey to hate me.
You ready for Hawkeye?
I ain't want Corey to hate me, but we'll keep it going.
Anyway, man, y'all funny, yo. Oh my God. Well, look, man, that'll do it, family. It's been a great episode. As we always say, and I'll say here, if you don't know, now you know. We always bring you that Black Dad energy. And as always, we'll see you on the next episode. Peace.
Yep.